I'm Hans and this is my channel. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't been here before, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today we are looking at the S-299. This is a mini amplifier for your stereo speakers, and we are going to go ahead and plug this thing in and listen to it.
Let's go!
This is a 4.1 channel Bluetooth audio and way more. This one is actually pretty impressive. I have a van that I'm going to be building out, and I'm trying to find a stereo system that I want to put in the van for when we're not driving. Just something that's going to drive the speakers when we're sitting on the side of the road, hanging out, camping, whatever it is. So this was kind of interesting to me just because of the way that it mounts. So when you get it, it's upside down, but that's the S-299 right there. So it's kind of a mount that you could put onto a wall or something like that. It's got a couple of screws that would be here, here, and here. And then you've got one side that could be exposed. The other thing that we have here is a remote, which is kind of interesting. We'll try that one out too. And this is a 12-volt output on the power supply. So when you are putting one of these in a vehicle, 12 volts is what you normally have on your system. And the last van that I built, I did a 12-volt system. I really liked it. People are talking about 24 and 48 volt systems on those. I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know. We're going to see. But what we want to do is just test this thing out today. The nice thing about this is it also has a subwoofer driver RCA. So you're not relying on this to supply the power to the subwoofer. This is actually just getting your highs and your mids so that they sound good. So we're going to plug the left and right in, plug power, and then we're going to plug the USB in. Sorry, not USB, RCA. It's hard to say RCA anymore because it's pretty rare that we even use those, but you have to get to your speakers somehow, so that is what it is. This power cord is so short that I had to go get an extension cord because it's tiny. It's probably like 3 feet long. So we've got our power plugged in. You can see all the lights here. It does have on the back here, it's got your input here, but it's got a spot for 2 sets of speakers. So I'm wondering if there's like 2 zones that are available to use with this or what. So we go ahead and get that thing plugged in all the way. Now you can actually see all the lights and everything. So I'm just gonna hook up to the D speakers, which I don't really know what that means, but I plugged all of the speakers into the top here. And it doesn't really say left and right. So we've got our speakers plugged in and the power on, and now we just need to plug in the subwoofer. Subwoofer. Here we go. Boom, there it is. So this is pretty nice in a way. We've got lots of options here. You've got a SD card reader, you've got a USB, and then there's lots of different buttons up here to go through your different modes and that kind of stuff. This really does feel kind of like an RV style stereo amplifier or whatever you want to call it. But it is definitely, it has a lot more options, and it's got the screen and that kind of stuff. And you have 12 volts. So 12 volts is big because most of the time your RV or your car, any of that stuff is running on 12 volts. So you can easily hook up to the battery on the car and not have to have any kind of converter that's going to up convert it to 24 or 36 volts. So here we go. Let's go ahead and connect the Bluetooth and see how long it takes us to get the Bluetooth to connect. And I haven't really even looked at this thing. There might be a button I have to hook. Oh, mode. Boom. L line. Bluetooth. There we go. So it makes a little chime when you get to the right one on the Bluetooth. And there it is on my phone, Bluetooth. Connect up to that. Nice. Let's get to it. Just so you know, in my other videos, I had to press play, but for some reason, this recognized Bluetooth and it played the last thing I was playing, just started playing. So thank God it was this music. Here we go. Okay. Oh man, this is so hard. Oh my gosh. So I thought for sure that more power, more volts on your system would mean more volume. This was the cleanest volume since I tried the first Fosse Audio one that we did. This is so good. And oh my God, it's so good. I don't even know how to describe it, but I don't even know. It looks like I can press play from here, which is kind of cool if I can control my phone. There it goes. Oh my gosh, this is tough. This is so hard. Okay, so there are two zones. This is what I figured out just now. So you have this zone and this zone, so you can turn these, so you can adjust the speakers wherever you have them. So if you had like 4 speakers, you could really tune in. I want these 2 to be louder than these 2, or if you're in the kitchen, you want the ones outside to be louder, whatever. You can set this up however you want to. I just thought that was really cool, but there's no volume on this. So when you want to adjust the volume, you kind of have to use your Bluetooth, which I'm really confused because what if you're using a USB or an SD card to listen to your music? It doesn't really, I don't know, it says volume. Maybe I have these speakers set up wrong. Let's try changing these. The problem with this is now I have this big hiss on this side. If I turn that down, it goes away. All right, so let's try that. Okay, got it figured out. It still sounds amazing. This one sounds so good. This is amazing. This is gonna give me a run for my money. So I'm gonna go through all these one more time by myself with no distractions and not trying to film and just talk about all this stuff. And I'm gonna listen to each one of these and see which one I like the best. But man, this sounds so good. So the volume on this side is controlling the speakers on this side, and then the volume on this side is controlling the speakers on this side. The reason that there was a hiss is because I had that all the way up. I don't know if you can hear it, but once I turn it down just a little bit, the hiss goes away. I don't know if that's acceptable to you or not, but you never really are going to crank that thing all the way up. And then you have lots of room on your phone when that's turned down. So you're going to blow your speakers out before that thing. I mean, especially if you're in a car or an RV, those little speakers that you're going to be able to put in there are not going to be able to handle this kind of power. So this is the mini 4.1 channel Bluetooth audio, whatever, the S-299. This thing is really, really cool. I'm going to say top 3 for sure. Let me listen to all of these. We're going to do another video. I'm going to line them all up. We're going to do side-by-side comparison to all of them. Not listening again, but I'm just going to tell you my thoughts on which one I like the best, which one I think you should get, and also depending on your application, whatever you're using. So this, you could set this down on your kitchen table if you wanted to and just play music with it. You don't have to mount this thing if you don't want to. So it's not a necessary thing, but if you wanted to mount it to a wall or somewhere, however you wanted to do it, it is a possibility to do that. The nice thing too is you've got a fuse right here, so that fuse is going to help you if you do blow anything out. Easily just pop it and it's going to save the amp itself. So you have fast forward, rewind, play. So if you press play hard enough, it should start playing. There you go. Press play again, it'll pause, and you've got loop, so you can kind of control everything off your phone from here, but I think it's designed to really be controlled here. So if you are using the other mode, if you click into that, you can see that we're going into line, which I believe is going to work this USB, and it's going to work the SD card, or these RCA jacks that you have here. So depending on what you have hooked up, you could have this thing hooked up to Bluetooth and listening to music, and then you could also have your TV hooked up to this. So if you wanted to change it to line and watch TV, you could do that with any of these, but you have different options as far as that goes. So I do like this, that it can be mounted, and it's kind of more of a stable thing if you are driving or moving. Possibly it could replace your car stereo. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why you would do that, but it seems like this thing is much louder than the car stereo that I have, and it's pumping out way more bass to the subwoofer than the one that I have in my car right now either. And I think I paid like $250 for that thing, and so this could replace it. And I never listen to the radio anyway, so just having music plugged into this, or being able to just get in. And I'm curious, like, let's go back to Bluetooth. And then let's go ahead and just power this thing off, which I don't even know how to do. Oh, you can hear that's the sub working just by itself right there. If you turn the rest of the volume down. Okay, so let's just pretend like the power cord is your power, because I don't even see a power switch on this thing anywhere. So let's say that you have this plugged in to your battery on your car, and you turn on your car. Speakers activate, this thing comes on. It should give me a chime that we're on Bluetooth, hopefully. No, or it goes straight to line. Give me a chime, go to Bluetooth, and let's see if it starts playing. And 3. There you go. So it found my phone, it turned on, it started playing. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty cool. So I don't know, I'm impressed with this, and it has a remote, so you've got lots of other options with the remote as far as like controlling. I don't know why you would need all these numbers, but anyway. That's that for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll put a link to this down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to subscribe, it helps my channel out a lot. If you want to see more content like this, hit that bell button, and next time we make a video, you will be notified. And that's it for this one. You'll see me in the next video.
Let's go!